Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl HBCU Bay, and if you're new to my channel, my name is Marissa, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now before I go ahead and hop right into the details of this video, make sure you guys please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you are updated every time I post a video. As a third year business administration student, I know college can be tough and there are tons of things that I wish I knew before not only attending FAMU, but college in general. So here, I'm providing with you guys information from not only myself, some of my peers as well, of things that we wish we knew before attending college. I hope you guys find this video helpful, so let's hop right into it.
What's up? I'm Christian Molly. I'm a second-year accounting student, originally from Tampa, Florida. And one of the things I wish I would have known before coming to college is really cherish the time you spend with your freshman friends. After freshman year, you don't really get a chance to see them as much. So the time that you do have being a freshman, really take that time, indulge in that time. That's part of what makes college fun, is your social aspect and the friends that you hang with.
Greetings, I am Jaden Roberts, a third-year biology pre-med student from Atlanta, Georgia. And one thing I definitely say I wish I had a better grasp of coming into college would probably be my time management skills. Obviously, in college, you have a lot of things that you can be doing as far as extracurricular activities, off-campus activities, and a lot of that can infringe upon your schoolwork and your academics, which are obviously what's most important when you come to school. You come to school to get your degree. Everything else comes secondary. So definitely time management skills into consideration. Make sure you make good decisions throughout your freshman year. So, yeah.
Greetings, I am Kendall Sermons. I'm a second-year biology pre-med student from Palm Beach County, Florida. And the one thing that I wish I had known was, or at least had a better concept of, was responsibility and being accountable for your own actions. So as a freshman coming in and joining an organization like the March 100, it was really hard to kind of, like what Jaden said, time management, but to also, when you're in college and you're a freshman, you're going to mess up. And it was really hard for me to kind of understand that the things that I was doing was why I was kind of falling behind in my classes, or I just wasn't being the best student that I could be. So I really had to kind of sit back and look at what I was doing and how the things that I was doing was affecting everything else around me.
Just remember that it's always a learning and a humbling experience. In college, you're going to fail. Like, this is the first time being by yourself. You're going to fail, but don't get too caught up on failing per se, and just get caught up on like growing and learning from it. In high school, you might have been like a big fish in a small pond because you was a senior, but now you're a small fish in a big pond. So absorb everything that's being thrown at you, the positive, the negative, and grow from it and learn from it. And that could probably be like your fuel to achieve in the future.
Something else I wish I would have done my freshman year. I wish I had a hustle or something. Like some way to make money while I was in the dorm. Because everybody got a hustle in college. Folks cut hair, folks sell stuff. Everybody trapping out their room. It's crazy. So I don't know. I feel like I could have made a lot more money my freshman year, just bringing some hustle to it. But I didn't. So definitely when you come to college, find a way to make money.
Yeah. Hey, I'm about to put you on some game. If you're going to FAMU, resell tickets. See, that's what I did my freshman year.
Oh my God.
No cap.
I budgeted my way to Miami my freshman year off of reselling party tickets. Do that. You heard it here first.
Hello, everyone. I am Kendall Perry, a third-year business administration student from Boston, Massachusetts. And one thing that I do wish I would have known entering my freshman year is the need for supportive friends that you should have around you. I have a good core set of friends that we do homework together, we study together, and I really believe that that's the reason why I do so well in school, because I have people around me supporting me and really motivating me to do what I need to do and get the grades that I need to succeed in life. Because although GPA does matter, it also deals with who you know and who you network, because that's the reason that those are the people that's going to be the ones that bring you into the doors and places that you probably shouldn't have been in anyway. So definitely find you a good group of friends that encourage you, motivate you to be the best person, the best college student that you could be.
Greetings, I'm Azaria Austin, a third-year business student from Tallahassee, Florida. And one thing that I wish I knew before coming to college was how to manage my time, because I knew I was going to have a lot of free time, but I didn't know how much. And so it was loads of free time that I did not have while I was in high school. So I wish I would have managed my time a little more, probably gotten a lot more work done, or probably studied a lot harder. And also, I wish I would have known how many different people I was going to meet. Like, because I thought I was really just going to be around people from Tallahassee, to be honest, because I'm from here and I know a lot of people from Tallahassee go to FAMU. So I wish I would have known how diverse the school really was, because it would have probably prepared me to meet people that are like a lot different from me.
Greetings, I am Jordan Burgess, a third-year business administration student from Houston, Texas. And so one thing that I wish I would have known was probably just centered around my scheduling. So like my freshman year, I had like an 8 a.m. and then my classes were like really spaced out. And so I kind of regret doing that because FAMU is like a small campus, so you don't really need like an hour in between classes. Like it literally takes you like 5 minutes to get to one class. So I think that that's something that's really important when you're a freshman, is to schedule your classes like back to back if you can, because it's also like if you don't want to have like breaks in between. So that was one thing I learned. Don't take ADMs and don't take late classes either.
Greetings, I am Allison Brown, a third-year business administration student from Atlanta, Georgia. And one thing I really wish I knew, honestly, was more about Florida culture. Coming just from out of state, when I got there, when I tell y'all it was a culture shock, like it really was a culture shock, and not necessarily just being around Black people. It was just like, these people really dancing at parties. Like, we don't do that where I'm from. So it was just really wild to me, like being in like social settings with people from Florida, because I didn't realize how much culture they had down here. Especially just when you hear a lot from it. I think just not being from Florida or having a lot of family in Florida, I just hear a lot about it being like a retirement state. So when I got down here and people got the Miami jiggle, the Miami slide, whatever other dances they got, and just the lingo, like people was calling me green and jit. What is a green? What is a jit? So like it was just a lot for me to take in, like my first couple of months being here. And I was just looking at these people like, oh my gosh, like what is it? What did I get myself into? So like now I'm more like acclimated with it. Like I'm used to it. I vibe with it. Like I love it. But like just coming into it, it really was just overwhelming for me. So I really wish I would have known that coming in.
Hey, I'm Cecily Dews, a third-year business administration student from Macon, Georgia. And one thing I wish I would have known is, like, I wish I would have been more organized, especially freshman year, because I was doing a lot, coming up in 100 and trying to get accustomed to the college life. I wish I would have, got into a planner. I tried doing things differently, being more organized and like doing a calendar or setting up my syllabus, but it wasn't it wasn't the same. So I wish I would have been more organized and been able to plan out, because college is different and you on your own time, but you gotta you gotta do stuff that's gonna benefit you. You can't, just think it's gonna be all parties and fun. So I wish I would have done better with that, and also been more social, because even though I started talking to people, I didn't really talk to anybody fall semester when I first came. So because that was a big scare coming from Georgia to Florida, I didn't know anybody, and it was weird. So I wish I would have done that.
Another thing that I would say I wish I would have known is to have a savings account saved up, because college is expensive. The things you do in college are expensive. You may think that you're gonna come down to college and go to every party that there is. You're not going to, because every party you have to pay for it. So definitely make sure you manage your money well. If you don't manage your money well, find a side hustle, find a talent ahead to do nails, hair, makeup, get a job, do something. Don't come with empty pockets, because you ain't gonna survive.
Another thing I wish I would have known too was about Summer B. I didn't really know about it. I don't know what it was. Like, people were talking about it, but I was just like, okay. But I wish I would have been more informed about like the program and just kind of how it helps you transition into, FAMU, and just the amount of friends that you can make. Fortunately, with everyone except for Cece, we were all part of, our business LLC. So that kind of helped us transition into freshman year, making friends. But I think coming in, if I would have been a part of that Summer B program, that would have been an additional set of friends I would have met. And maybe I would have known a little bit more about FAMU as culture itself, just the school, and just kind of how to kind of move up the social ladder, academic ladder, all that coming in. Because orientation, you only get like 3 days worth of information, versus Summer B, you get a whole summer to really know how to move your way around campus. So I would have wished someone told me to do that, because I definitely would have signed up, and I think that would have really helped me just overall being a college student.
Okay, so greetings everyone. I am Kiana Haynes. I am a recent graduate of the Florida A&M University, and I am from Tampa, Florida. Oh, and I also got my degree in business administration, and I am a post-grad, regular, schmegular person, figuring it all out. Okay, so as a first-generation student, one of the main things I wish I knew was how to basically calculate how much my first year was going to cost. I didn't have a single clue of how much I owed the school, or what I had to pay back, or what I have to put up front, or how much money I got from financial aid, all that stuff. I literally just applied. I came to FAM, got the meal plan, stayed in the dorm, and I was like, okay, I'm good. Because I thought I got all the money from, financial aid, but I really didn't know a clue what was going to happen. Because then I was like, they're like, you have this amount on your account, and you can't sign up for classes for next semester if you don't clear this out. And I'm like, nobody told me that. So calculate how much your school is going to cost for all 4 years. It's so easy to find out. And also knowing how much you receive from financial aid, how much you get in Pell Grant, and how much you have to take out in loans. And knowing how to apply to a lot of scholarships, because there's a lot of scholarships that people don't apply to, and people are just handing out free money. People want to help pay for our education, so why not just type a little 500-word essay, turn it in, and get you some free money. It's not that hard. But yeah, basically knowing how to budget my money while in school, and yeah, that's basically it.
Hey guys, my name is Lisa. I'm a third-year facilities management student from Waldorf, Maryland, and I'm the first in my family to go to FAMU. And so coming from out of state, I already knew it was going to cost a lot of money. So definitely apply for those scholarships, because nobody else is, like she said, like there's a whole bunch of money out there. And then I would say a second one is like, don't overpack when you're going to school, because when it's time, first of all, the rooms aren't as big as you think they are, and there's not room for any of that stuff. It's like you get one closet, you get a dresser, that's it. So the rest of your stuff gonna be in a bin or something like that. So don't overpack, because it's a lot of work, especially when it's time to pack up. It's just too much happening. And then get a planner, plan out your home, when your deadlines are, your homework, when you're going to study, and actually study when you go to the library. Don't just be fooling around, especially at FAMU, Coleman, the second floor, that's like the little party floor. Everybody's loud, everybody's talking. Find you a little corner on the third floor or in the back of the second floor, somewhere like that, and actually study, and then maybe go out to the second floor and talk with your friends.
Greetings, everyone. I am Chanel Brown, a third-year psychology student with a minor in business administration from Tampa, Florida, and I currently serve as the 50th Student Senate President. So I think a lot of us have an idea of who we are or what we want to be in high school, but you never really know till you get to college. Like, everyone has that one humbling experience at FAMU. And I think my humbling experience was losing my freshman senator race, only because I expected to just be an SGA. When I was in high school, I was an SGA. I was part of all these organizations, so I thought college would be no different. But because I lost my freshman senator race, I was able to try new avenues that I normally wouldn't have done. So everyone was telling me, go up for these different, positions on campus. You could be a student leader outside of the Senate. And I think if a lot of people come in with an open-minded mindset, like, this is college, try new things, try things that are out of your comfort zone. Never really did pageantry in high school, but that's something that I tried and ended up getting a crown on that court in the spring. Because I was so heavily involved with the pageant, and then I eventually became confirmed as a senator that spring semester, I was so busy that a planner is what kept me alive. A planner is what kept my GPA alive. And I know a lot of people who did not have a planner or who lacked time management, that it ended up biting them, and then they had to play catch up sophomore year. So make sure that you're planning and managing your time very, very wisely. So definitely plan. Definitely get involved. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. And whenever that humbling moment comes for you, where you realize, when you realize you're not invincible, that's a lesson. That's a moment that you need to take as a lesson. Don't be, you can be sad about it for about a day. Give yourself a day to about 2 days, but then pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving, keep striving, keep trying, because FAMU is all about lessons, and your no is only making you closer to your yes, for sure.
Hey everybody on YouTube. I'm Deja Jones. I guess because I'm an MBA candidate at Florida A&M University, and I'm a first generation college student. I study business administration, and yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry I moved around so much, but I had to get in the right spot. So anyway, for me, I'm a first generation college student as well, like Kiana, who's splitting right now. But unlike Chanel and what she said, like, balancing extracurricular, I had no idea about it. So I definitely wish I knew about the social life more, not just parties, because everybody know about parties before going to college, but I wish I knew more about SGA or different like organizations that are on campus. It's okay, take your time, but when you see things like freshman year, big sister, little sister, or stuff like that, organizations where upperclassmen are reaching out to look, take advantage of that, please, because those are relationships you build. They help you get to like bigger places, different things, and you just start learning more people. You get a feel for the social scene. So that's my little tidbit. Take advantage of every opportunity. Don't be afraid. I wish I would have known to just apply. It's really like everybody done said, it ain't nothing to apply. What's the worst they can tell you? Most people will say no, but somebody told me the worst thing that anybody could tell you is yes, because that's when the work begins. So look at it like that. So if you get told no, it's saving you a headache, saving you extra stuff you got to do. But if you get told yes, granted, it's an opportunity, but that's when the work begins.
So I am Ryan Taylor. I'm a 4th year business administration scholar from Westchester, New York. So I guess like the one thing I would have definitely wished I knew was about Summer B, because coming in as someone like out of state, I had absolutely no friends. None of my family ever went to FAM. None of my family went to HBCU. So all of it was new to me. Like I remember my first football game, seeing people in crowns. I was like, what is that? Like I was so confused. So I guess like one thing I definitely wish I did, I wouldn't necessarily say like research more, but then also like Summer B. Obviously this year you guys didn't have like the option to get Summer B, but like going forward, everyone that applies to FAM and gets accepted, you should definitely go to Summer B, and I would definitely highly recommend it for out-of-state students, because life in Florida for me is so different from like where I lived in New York. Didn't have any friends, different culture, everyone's like raised differently, so it was definitely like a culture shock when I first got there. But as soon as I got on campus, I was pretty outgoing person, so I spoke to everyone on my floor. I lived on the engineering LLC floor. I would also recommend getting a part of that. I wish I was a part of the SBI one, but I didn't want to write an essay. I kind of was like, I'd rather just live somewhere. And it also was last minute when I applied, but get involved with like LLC and stuff. And I joined Faces modeling troupe my freshman year. That helped me a lot, like make a lot of friends. So I guess like overall it would be like probably what everyone's mostly like mainly said was just make sure you like get involved, because like you can't sit in your room and expect to know someone. Like if you sit in Village all day, you're not going to make any friends. So don't be nervous. Everyone's scared. Like that's another thing. It's like you're not the only one going through. You're not the only one feeling the way you feel your freshman year or anytime, even if you come in as a transfer, because there's someone else that's just coming to FAM. And even not, if it's not their first time, there's someone out there willing to like help you and like guide you through like what are your interests, where do you fit in at FAM. Like there's a place for everyone, like everyone. So I would literally just say get involved with, if even from like SGA to EC to even just organizations on campus, there's a place for everyone. So I would say definitely just main thing, get involved, don't be quiet, get comfortable being uncomfortable overall.
Okay. So going back to what Lisa said earlier, and then I'm gonna come back to something Ryan said. It's just when Ryan said something about RAs, it reminded me. And then every time it's time for me to pack up my room, it ends up being a week-long event because I don't realize how much stuff I have until it's time to go home. You have to understand, like, you're going to buy things throughout the school year. You're living in this space. This is essentially your home for, I want to say, like, roughly 9 months of the year when you factor in, like, breaks and the summer break, unless you're here for the summer. But this is your home. So the same way you would be at home in high school and you buy clothes here and there, or you might buy accessories for your room here and there. You know, you got little memories or tokens from different events you go to. It's going to happen in college. So don't pack all those clothes because then you're going to be looking stuck when you have to go buy duffel bags to put them in or bins to put them in. I don't know why I have all these office supplies. It's so unnecessary. A lot of the things I bought my freshman year, I didn't need going into my sophomore year. Like my mom bought me the little desk overhang rack that most people get, like you put your printer and stuff on it. I had nowhere to put it in my sophomore year and I had to send it back home with my dad. Like, be mindful of the money you're spending. So when you spend your money on that stuff, is it gonna last beyond that semester? And when it comes to clothes, you don't need all your clothes. If anything, you can switch out your clothes by the seasons when you go home. Like if you're able to go home for breaks, winter break, take all your summer clothes, bring back your winter clothes. It's Florida. It really doesn't get that cold. You don't need like your $100 plus jacket because if someone ruins it, you're going to be upset. Just be mindful of how much you're packing when you come. And then Ryan's point about getting involved, and I think it wraps back around to the point I made earlier about being humbled at FAMU and like having humbling experiences. You don't need a title to make a change on campus. So just because you didn't get that position you wanted or you weren't able to get in an organization that you wanted, you're still able to implement the changes that you wanted to see without those titles. Something as simple as becoming a YouTuber or making influence on social media, starting your own organization, just find an advisor and like come up with a roster of 5 e-board members. There's so many avenues and ways to make an impact on campus. So if you try being involved and it doesn't work out for you, once again, that doesn't mean stop. Continue working, continue going. You can advocate in other ways to be a benefit to the campus.
Also, you don't necessarily have to buy the book for your class in the bookstore. I promise you, if you go online somewhere and you type in your book, it will pop up. You might be like a little sketchy website or something, but just go ahead and download it real quick. It's going to be cool. Like, don't spend hundreds of dollars on textbook. There's no need for it. Unless you have like a book voucher or something, then ball out in the bookstore for all means. Like, go ahead.
Let me tell you a little something about Chad. When the time comes, invest. Y'all will understand what I mean. I ain't going to talk too much. If you know, you know. When you know, you gonna know. Invest in Chad. I'm going to just put it there. Course hero, too. Sometimes, hey, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it's one or the other, but invest in something.
But every other textbook I've had, I go on Amazon. I rent it for that little week period. It'd be like $20, $40 at most. And then when you go to UPS, they ship it back for free. They get the box and everything for you. Just give them the print and label, ship it back for free. Save so much money on your books because you don't know when you're going to need those emergency funds for other purposes.
And that wraps up the end of this video. I hope by us sharing some of our experiences of things that we wish we knew helped better provide and give you an understanding of what to look forward to before coming to college. So if you guys liked this video and found it informative, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you are notified every time I post a video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time.